It's good.
Yeah, potato belly.
It's like 6 little round potatoes.
Yep.
You got a potato 6-pack?
Yes, I do.
Mashed potato 6-pack.
Fingerling potatoes.
Ooh, those are the good ones.
I like potatoes.
Yeah, but anything with enriched flour, no good.
So everything.
Pretty
Like
much.
pizza?
Yeah.
How about the pepperoni on the pizza?
No.
Not really good for you.
Processed.
How about the cheese?
Nope.
Processed,
How about the frickin' tomato the tomato sauce on it?
depending on how it's made, it's okay.
So basically, I'd like a medium pan pizza, no bread, no pepperoni, no cheese.
You don't want a
And
pizza.
Just
You don't. Yeah, no, you don't want a pizza.
Just put the sauce in a cup. $10.50. Got it.
Yeah, no pizza.
What would you like to drink? I'll take the tap water from your bathroom. Thank you.
You make it seem so appetizing for yourself. You're definitely going to be able to knock that.
Well, I haven't been drinking any. Well, let's correct this. I have not purchased an actual. I'm doing that just in case. I have not purchased an actual 2-liter of soda in over 3 or since that day that you said
He steals it from his neighbors.
What do you do? 20 ounces now?
Yeah, I've not bought a single 2-liter. I'm buying the kegs.
Well, that's one of the total traps, man. You go in there and you want to buy a 20-ounce Coke. Okay, 20-ounce Coke's $1.99, but if you can swing it, 99 cents will give you a 2-liter you just walk out with. Now you've got all those extra ounces.
You know, it'd be cool to see. Do you remember back in the, I believe, either late 80s or 90s, that Burger King and all the food joints started to offer free soda? I'm wondering if there's some sort of chart that shows the parallel line of from free soda, because people were, dude, I'd get fill-ups, refills all the time. So I'd like to see a chart that shows parallel weight gain throughout the decades after that occurred.
The numbers have come in when you look at that when we actually started factory farming, like commercial farming. It's been since then. It's been just a steady incline, and I'm sure that once Burger King, did you do all the sodas in one cup?
Ooh, the suicide?
Yeah, well, that was my move. Except for the diets, I always tried to stay away from the diets.
Oh, screw that. Well, we had a Burger King on Flagler, and two of my friends used to work at that Burger King, and one day they say to me, "Yeah, man, now we're offering free soda fill-ups," and I was like, "What?" Yeah, free fill-ups. And at first they put the machine behind the counter, so you had to ask the lady to do that, but then they put it out and the lines, and people would elbow in the ice. It was like war, and it just it was the most incredible thing. I couldn't even figure out why they would do that.
Could get you there. My grandmother was a big fan of the Burger King because they always had good coupons wherever she would get her coupons from. So we got to go there a lot, and that was one of the enjoyable. You go in there because it didn't matter what size the cup was. I don't need a big cup. I'll just make lots of trips. I'm going to get the same amount of liquid in me.
Yeah.
Little did we know that the Burger King was conditioning us for a lifetime of overweight, hypertension, and diabetes. F you, Burger King, and your burger monarchy.
Well, if they would have left the Coke and cocaine in Coca-Cola, I think even that would still be healthier than the sugar.
Yeah, there's very few things that are like more nutritionally devoid than soda. And I know you have the same problem I do. I'm not going to put myself holier than thou that I'm over, but we drank a lot of soda, and that's just.
Well, I've not purchased soda. I did stop at Burger King the other night, but that's one. Like I used to be a frequent sort of like, hey, Eloy, come on in, where everybody knows your name.
There's got to be, there's got to be balance. So if you want to have the occasional soda and you can do that, do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've cut down.
Yeah.
Bales does not seem impressed at all.
Bales never impressed by anything that you do. So stop trying to impress Bales.
Yeah, you're right.
Carry on, Burger Norm.
Oh, Burger Norm. Can I be Burger Cliff? Yeah. The actual first burgers were from the 1800s.
Frankly, I could only eat one Whopper with cheese and bacon with large onion rings, because usually that's the only place that does the onion rings. So I'll get the onion rings with the little zesty sauce and then the large
I enjoy
soda.
the zesty sauce.
Yeah, it's good.
I can't remember the last time I've been to the Burger King, but I do enjoy the zesty ranch dipping sauce.
Well, let me tell you what happened to me at Taco Bell the other night. So I don't know, and I found out that a lot of people don't have this option for Taco Bell in their neck of the woods, but I went to a midnight run, you know?
Wait, hold on. You're talking to me about weight loss and you mentioned the words Taco Bell
and Burger King.
Unless you're trying to do like a colon cleanse where you're just going to get as much Taco Bell in you to clean you out on the backside, that might not be the...
Well, but let me tell you what happened. So I go to the Taco Bell and I ordered the Natural Bel Grande with the taco on the side. I made it a soft taco since the nachos already are crunchy. And so I order that, and then she says, "And what kind of soda?" And I said, "Okay, well, they have Pepsi. I'll have a Pepsi." And then she says, "Anything else?" And I said, "Well, you know what? I'll have 4 of those awesome." They have like these little round cinnamon buns that are filled with cream and convection sugar / cinnamon on the outside.
Well, that's your answer. That's why you're filled with cream.
Well, but let me get to the thing. So I ask her for a 4-pack, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. The guy in front bought like 4 or 5, of those." And I'm like pissed, right? As I'm driving up because I said, "Okay, well, that's it then." And I'm driving up, but as I'm pissed at the same time, I'm thinking, well, maybe this is a good thing for me. So I've got these two competing situations. I'm like, fuck. Oh, oops. I went fa. Fa la 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 la.
We can edit that out. Keep going.
All I said was fa la 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 la.
Whatever.
Well, whatever. So
you've got a filthy mouth. We'll deal with
it's those. Well, I was enraged, but at the same time happy that
you were churro angry. Where are my cream cheese stuffed churros on a stick?
I was indignant.
Damn it. Yeah, you're so indignant you had to be swearing on the podcast, man, coming out saying dirty words. No, that guy did you a favor. He jumped on the grenade for you. He's like, "Let me jump on this churro grenade for you, Eloy. You don't need it."
Well, it was a lady, and she said to me, "Would you like to replace those with the what is it? The cinnamon puffs, the cinnamon twists,
churros?"
And I looked at her and I said, "Well, no." But she also gave me the option to continue on my calorie explosion.
Oh yeah.
Well, last thing I'll say about this, I went to the Nicaraguan place again, which I told you guys about, told you about. And dude, they'll give you those to go styrofoam, dinner, whatever, plates, and that close. I don't even know what the hell. And they'll fill a mound of.
What the hell is Doc doing? Is he popping a roll of bubble wrap while you're trying to talk?
I'm sorry.
Right.
I thought dude, how about like, could you mute yourself, Doc? Or I thought I was muted. Okay. Man.
You're very like zen now as well. Well, anyway, so they pile on the frickin' rice, man, and then they add the meat and the frickin' plantains, and you can order fried cheese, and you end up carrying this heavy ass frickin' thing to the truck, and man, it is delicious. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but I have been cutting back.
Baby steps.
Yeah, I mean.
Just Bill Murray laid it out perfect for us in a little movie called What About Bob, starring Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh yeah.
Baby steps forward, baby steps forward, baby steps forward. There's no such thing as
he was in Jaws, Rory.
Yeah. He great character, Mr. Hooper. Mr. Hooper drives the boat, Chief.
I don't think he realizes he's on mute.
He doesn't realize he's never seen Jaws.
He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I have no words.
That's smart. There's not a right answer. Other than I have seen Jaws and it's the greatest movie ever. You guys are totally right. High fives all around. There's no right answer.
Did they make like Jaws 2 and 3?
They made up to like 4. I think the last I think they were trying to make one that was associated with National Lampoons, and it was going to be something like Jaws 5, People 1, or something like that. They were trying to make a spoof movie because it had gotten that far out. First one's good. Bales, you got any love for any of the sequels?
No.
No.
I liked part 2.
No, part 2 made no sense to me because if I was that person, I would. You want me to go back to the beach? You can get screwed. I'm staying right here, far away from the water.
I'm saying 2 is okay, but once you, like, for instance, what was that? Friday the 13th. The first one wasn't as good as the second one, but not the case with Jaws. But whatever. 2, a sequel is a good thing, unless it's Star Wars. Star Wars was good with 3. It should have stopped there.
Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars.
I think so. I agree. I can agree with Bales on that.
Yeah. Empire is the best movie in the whole franchise.
Return of the Jedi was exciting when it first came out, and I went to see it in the movie theaters. And at the time, I didn't realize it, but looking back at it,
It doesn't hold up as well.
What's that?
It doesn't hold up as well.
Yeah, I can't even say it's not CGI. I guess the claymation and the background doesn't quite match.
Eloy Solo.
With Vigo would be that little thing at the bottom there.
We had it. We had some good movies back then. Now it's all crap, man. All crap.
No, wait. John Wick 3 is coming out.
Name a new movie that's out right now that you think is crap that you've seen. I want a new movie that you have seen that you can tell me is crap because you have seen it. Other than sitting there in your little set out. You had to have gone outside the house to watch this movie.
Okay, Casablanca is not holding up as well.
Actually, it does hold up very well.
No, when
The year was 1980. No, wait, what? About 95. I went and saw Michael Jordan in Space Jam with Bugs Bunny. That was cool.
The last movie that I saw in the movie theaters was Dumb and Dumber 2 or 3, and it was the most crappy. It's not even funny. It's so stupid. Me and my girlfriend at the time got up and left, dude. It was just not funny, dude.
So just to preface it, it's not the girlfriend that you have now. It was your girlfriend at the time.
Well, the girlfriend I have now is sitting right behind me in that little doggy bed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's
see right here. I don't know if you can.
Hey, bud. He's been awful quiet lately.
He jumped off the bed the other day and injured his paw.
Uh-oh.
And just today he's getting better.
That's good. Glad he's healing up.
Just so our listeners know, there is not a dead corpse in a small doggy bag. It is Eloy's dog, Vigo.
Yeah, Vigo.
Resting safely and quietly.
Yeah, Vigo, one of the 2 scratch dogs.
You could have just saved us from a huge investigation. Yeah.
But what about the dead hooker by the mail baffle there?
Damn, dude. Oh, man, I did see a movie. It's called The Basement. It's on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I totally do not recommend it and recommend it at the same time. But I mostly don't recommend it.
I binge watched Cobra Kai season 2, and I highly recommend it.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to. I saw it.
So you're a Prime or whatever you call that YouTube Premium member?
Shannon is, and I just write on her account.
Dude, you know what? I am. That's the one service subscription I bought because I find YouTube to have the best content still as far as that goes. So I can all the videos I can download and then just listen to them. So a lot of audio type stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm not a YouTube Premium. No, I streamed it for free.
How do you do that?
You just go to a different streaming service that's free.
To watch Cobra Kai?
Yo, I watch everything for free.
Okay, later on you can tell me.
Game of Thrones, everything I watch for free. I don't have cable.
I pay for Game of Thrones.
Loser.
Well, I have no choice but to pay for it. It's part of
No, you have a choice.
It's part of my internet. So do you get internet free as well?
The only thing I have is internet. No phone, no cable,
Telephone?
no telephone.
You use the internet for your telephone?
I have a cell phone.
But you pay for it, right?
My work pays for it.
Oh, well, I'm talking about like the big cheats, not frickin', reasonable. No, you're gonna have to tell me about that, dude. Because
I don't have a landline. I don't have cable TV. I just have internet, and I watch every TV show I ever want to watch. Every movie I ever want to watch, I stream it.
Well, why haven't you given us this information in the background? That could help a lot of people.
They can figure it out.
He totally has. He's actually given you the websites before and told you that he has a burner laptop to do this on.
Oh, Is that the thing? That whole thing you said?
Well, this is what he uses as the excuse for the burner laptop.
Mm-hmm.
This is my streaming air quotes laptop.
Streaming laptop.
Hey, Doc,
there's a stream, all right.
Don't hit the hardware.
Don't hit the microphone. That didn't sound professional when I do
Well, it didn't do anything to you. There's no.
What's that, Eloy?
There's no need to be rude.
I think I'm just gonna do this when you're talking.
Oh, we could do that for 5 minutes. Here we go. I could do that too. What, you think this? You think you're the only one? You think you have some sort of power?
Why are Daddy and Daddy fighting?
My two dads.
Make them stop.
Why are Daddy and Daddy fighting?
That was an awful TV show.
That's a mouthful.
Ooh.
Wasn't one of the dads Paul Reiser?
That's a mouthful.
There was like the straight laced dad, and then like the cool hippie dad with the 5 o'clock beard, like Bales has. Hey,
Bales has a from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
It's a 60 grit.
Yeah.
I've got my 3 to 9 o'clock shadow.
Nice.
So, anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, fine then.
No, Doc. No.
Jesus.
I'm gonna use that from now on. Like, remember when you were in grade school and the teacher had flipped the lights to try to make the class calm down whenever things get too out of hand? That's gonna be
that's true.
That's how I'm gonna reset. I'm just gonna start scratching the bottom of the microphone. Be like, okay, kids, I'm just gonna keep doing this until we can stop.
So our audience might be, because they heard the word basement, the basement. If you guys haven't seen it, I don't recommend it, but at the same time, if there's nothing else in the universe and you're totally bored,
watch Jaws.
Yeah. Again, for the 9,000th time. I agree with Bales.
I watched the Fifth Element again.
Ooh.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Love that movie.
Still good.
Mila Jovovich.
Multipass.
I'm not getting the vibe that you guys want to hear about the basement. It sounds way more amazing than it sounds.
Well, you keep like not teasing that movie in a good way, which leads me to believe that you don't want a follow-up question asked about it.
It's a bad.
Why don't you, Eloy? Could you go ahead and give us a quick synopsis of the movie that you're?
If you've already been hitting the dick with a hammer and he didn't like it, go ahead and watch The Basement.
Yeah. Why aren't you guys asking me about The Basement?
That's exactly a perfect description of how you could. That's perfect. You've been sledgehammer in the jewels, that's your option.
Here. Speaking of jewels, hold on. Let me rein this in quick because I don't want this to sound funny. Baseball season has started again, and now I'm not playing t-ball anymore, so I have to have a catcher and equipment. This young man has to wear an athletic supporter to protect his mini jewel set. And when I'm trying to have the conversation with these kids that you need to get a cup and you need to wear your cup, something about being 7 years old, man, cups are hilarious. Like, I can't talk about it without everyone having a giggle. When I had the one kid, I was like, all right, man, put your cup in, you're going to catch. When he was putting his cup in, man, everyone was just giggling away. I didn't know what to do. I was like, God, everyone, quit screwing around. Let him put his cup in like a man. I don't know what to say. What do you say?
I've never understood the cup.
You have a cup, right?
Yeah.
And that if the ball bounces up and it hits you in the balls, that protects your balls.
Well, what goes in the cup?
Your balls.
The giggle berries that everyone's giggling about.
The whole
do the balls
Your
go in
innie.
the dick?
Yeah,
Your
all,
innie.
all of your junk.
It all
your
goes
innie.
in there.
Yes, correct. All your
So
junk goes
what
in
if you start popping a wood?
there. You should not do that.
You drill a hole. You're a maker.
You need a bigger cup.
Yeah, you need to tuck that thing into your underwear like when you were in grade school. Figure it out, man.
You're a maker. You could drill a hole and fashion. You can make a cup that will allow for extrusion. You can attach a little protrusion and
One size fits most.
yeah. But you have an innie anyhow. You don't have to worry about that.
Those cups look a little small.
I think you'd be okay. Because my son wanted to catch, so it was one of the things we had to go and get. And you can't just buy the cup; you need something to hold it in there,
A
like
jock.
a jock or whatnot. I got him the sliding shorts that had the pocket for it, so it was already something he already would have on. But we've gone leaps and bounds as a nation in cup technology. When I was little, there was only like two. It was adult and youth. I went in there now.
It would
There's
rub
tons of them.
badly too.
Yeah, they're aerodynamically designed now.
Yeah, I mean, there's also legs attached to it. It's not like you're protecting just your frickin' jewels. You know, there's the part where the legs connect with the, I don't even know the scientific word, but if you rub on that stuff, that'll cause pain, man.
The legs connect with the what?
With the center area, the growing area.
The taint?
Your torso?
No, the taint. You're going way south. You're going way down under.
The hip flexors?
You're going down under.
You usually like that.
Oh yeah, you speak for. You're talking about Bales. Don't freaking.
I was talking about all three of you.
Oh, so Rory that never does no one no harm. You're gonna freaking throw him under the jock strap.
Yep. He's gonna get the sliding shorts treatment.
See, I understand you attacking Bales because Bales is evil. I get you attacking me because why not? See, notice how I go a little bit softer with him. But Rory, what has he done?
He's the youngest, and I need to pick on him because he's the only one I could pick on for being younger than me.
Anyways, let me just tell you the basement.
Sorry, Doc.
My
hair.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Rory. And also, I have tons of bald aggression for all three of you, so you can all eat me a little bit.
You guys suck huevos.
Yeah, with your hair. So, Eloy, please tell us about the basement.
It's a crappy version of sort of like those lock 'em up, psychopath movies in the basement and stuff. It's not as good, but at the same time, you're rooting for the guy. And the guy grabs this rich dude, ties him up in a basement, and begins torturing him. But the problem with this lunatic is that he has fractured personalities. And every time he does something nasty to the captive guy, he goes upstairs. And when he comes down with a different personality, dressed in that new personality. And it's so disturbing, dude, because he'll come down as a nurse. He comes down as his mom. He comes down as a police officer, as a freaking detective, as a clown. And the guy, dude, it's the ultimate torture, dude. So it sounds more exciting than it really is.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounded cool for a second.
It doesn't sound exciting at all.
I like the multiple personality thing.
Oh yeah, he comes down as his mom. So he's projecting his own his own psychopath, whatever the hell. I'm not a scientist. Psychosis. Thank you. And then he comes down as his mom, visiting himself in jail, and he's projecting his victim as himself. So he comes down dressed with the lipstick and this and that. And by this time, the captive is figured it out. He's saying, this guy is frickin'. And so he says, Mom, you got to get me out of jail, Mom. Because he's thinking maybe he believes it so much that he's actually that person. And Mom, isn't there anything you could do? And he tries, and she hugs him, or he dressed up as, and then she himself, damn, it's very difficult when the gender thing, pulls out like a file and sneaks it to him, the prisoner. It's really crazy, dude. And yeah, he orders him pizza as his last meal. He says, all right, for your last meal, because he's going to kill him, right? He says, you have one last meal. What would you like? And he said, well, I'd like this huge. He says, no, pizza or burger. And he's like, I guess pizza. He says, good choice. And so he gives him one slice of pizza, and I won't tell you the rest in case you want to see it.
There was I can't recall it. There was a TV show, and the mom was like that.
Yeah.
Crap. What was it called? It was pretty good, but they didn't renew it. Yep, and I just killed the topic.
Whatever.
United States of Tara.
Never heard of it.
3 seasons.
Holy smokes. On Netflix?
Where are you?
I'm just so far off base when it comes to these TV shows, man.
I can't wait till Bales goes to his adventure and comes back with spoils.
Spoils of war.
Yeah.
So, Eloy, if you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I'd go to the kitchen right now.
And go to Publix, and hopefully they have it to Chowder Day.
He said, Doc, I love it.
Oh, come on. Out of Florida.
Doc, he said, Eloy, if you could go anywhere. He didn't say, Eloy. He didn't say, Doc, speak for Eloy where you could go anywhere in the world. Did he say that?
That's what I
number
heard.
2, where would you go if you wanted to go?
To the
anywhere?
kitchen.
Did you notice I'm dad number 1?
See, Doc's sharp like that.
For those of you that are not watching this, because obviously it's a podcast, Doc just
told him he was number 1.
Yeah, but not using the pointer finger. I'll leave it at that.
I also give the thumb when I give the middle finger.
You can send all your nasty letters to Scratched Podcast.
Yep.
Care of and care of.
Care of.
And by the way, Bales is not yawning at this moment.
He's tired.
Anywhere I could go, Rory, I would probably go
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
In the planet Earth.
In the planet Earth.
Physical realm. Planet Earth.
Ice wall.
I would probably go. That's a difficult one because there's so many places. It can only be one, right?
Yeah. First one.
First one.
First place. And it can't be Canada.
Why
It
not?
can't be Canada. Okay.
That's too easy.
Oh.
I would probably, I guess I'd go to the town where my grandpa was born and see more of me, of my people there, generationally, and see how they act and conduct themselves. Like, just get that vibe of like, oh, so this is how I would have acted if I were to have been born, there. So I probably would have done. I think that. But at the same time, it's like there's so many other cool places. I guess that's the answer. North of Spain, Santander. North of Spain, I'd probably go there. But there's so many other cool places.
I think you'd go to Amsterdam.
You know what? I don't like debauchery, Bales. I mean, sorry for all you Amsterdamians.
I think they're Danish.
Sorry for all you Danish. I'm not saying that, but people usually say in America, Amsterdam. And since it's Bales asking the question,
I'm going to look that up.
He means debauchery. I know there's more to Amsterdam than just, the red light and whatnot. But Bales, considering, his what he does, I'm sure he's trying to trap me into some sort of orgasmic orgy of fetish and debauchery. So
Well, you should go to South America then.
No,
see the step pyramids of your people.
No, dude. They've got flies and mosquitoes and frickin' it's hot.
So that sounds like Florida.
Yeah, and my people, that's not my people at all. I have no I have no ties. Zero.
We're all the same people.
Zero with what was Aztecs? With Aztec, all that stuff. None of it. My people.
I think I said Danes and I meant Dutch.
Oh, see, send all your nasty letters to Doc.
Yeah, whatever. Send them all to me. I'm the only one that would open them anyway. Don't send them to Eloy. He doesn't open them until they're past due.
That's a fact. That's actually totally true.
It would be true for me too, but luckily, one of the advantages to having a Mrs. Doc is she handles the paperwork. I'm more of the operations manager here.
Operations manager.
Yeah, I do that. I take care of the day-to-day and run the floor.
I do want to say one thing to Bales mentioning traveling to like South America or whatever, south of the border. I had a friend, I think I've said this before, but they said, oh, property is cheap as heck down south. And, what the hell, and people can live. And so I looked at the place, and I think the place that they were choosing was Belize or something to that effect. Maybe not even Belize. It's just some place down there. And dude, when I looked at the statistics, Americans get frickin' victimized and disappeared yearly like you would not. And frickin' gang attacks. You can't have an estate there without fear of, and traveling, you have to be undercover. It's ridiculous, dude. Americans are not appreciate. So I don't want to be, that doesn't mean everybody, but there's a sentiment of kill the gringo. There's a slight sentiment of that, So, yeah, I'm not too.
You mean
thrilled.
You can't move to Belize and they just won't treat you like America South with all your American?
If there was an American. Well, I could speak the language, right? So I can speak Spanish, so I could do that. But here's the problem. There was this one guy that went down to Peru and purchased land, and he's like a nature guy and the trees and hugging trees and loving life. And he does you could go on YouTube and find him, and he sits on a rock. Maybe it was Brazil. I don't know what the hell it was. And he tells you, he says, this is my experience. Soon I'll be back in Texas. I've been here for like 2-3 years. And this is what happened to me. He basically says that they're your friends. This was his experience. It doesn't mean it's all encompassing, but it's a good start, or at least keep it in mind. And he said that people do become your friends when you have cash, which is no different than any other place. But Americans are not necessarily loved. I'm just putting that out there. And so
would it be the same if a German person showed up?
There's also
answer the question, Mr. Escagedo. Don't duck that. If a German showed up,
I didn't even start talking. I
don't know. I just wanted to cut you off right there, so I did it.
Would it be the same? I don't know, man. I don't know.
They say they hate Americans or they don't care for Americans.
If they think the German guy is American, then probably yeah.
But they don't like the person because he's foreign, or is it because they're American? Like, would they hate everybody that showed up?
I don't think that they would hate everybody that showed up. I don't think. And I don't think they hate Americans. I think that there's a little bit...
There's a lot of this podcast is hinging upon what you think.
But I've already stated that it's not all encompassing, but I'll tell you what.
Okay, so we're not going to open the Dangles Resort in Belize then.
I wouldn't.
Actually, that's it. Like Sandals, Dangles. We could have an all-inclusive resort. I like it.
I think Dangles could be set up like Westworld. We have different amusement parks inside of the big Dangle Park.
I like that. I just like putting Dangles on we just franchise everything we can, like Kiss. Just doesn't matter. And then
I don't know why you're bringing back that because it's just gonna take us into the milk jug. It's gonna take us into...
Dangles has nothing to do with the milk jug.
Yeah, it does. Remember the kitchen? What do you think we serve at Dangles?
I work the griddle. Me and Lawing work the griddle at Dangles. There is no milk jug action in my kitchen, sir.
What does Bales do?
Was he a bartender?
Does he wear the little studded leather? The little studded.
Oh, he wears the bow tie and the arm garter, like the old timey style.
No, but
Freddie Mercury.
Look! You go up to take the orders, and you have to unzip the mask. How may I help you?
What is Bales? He's the gimp in everything we do. Why? I don't know.
I don't mean that. We're just playing around. Whatever. So if you consider the extremity of what I just mentioned, and I'm not saying it's a fact, but you could go and find a lot of people saying, similar things. But imagine that, and then going to a place like frickin', what is it, Egypt?
Mhm.
Americans aren't necessarily. See, look, here's the thing: Americans are all sorts of different things, thinking politically, philosophically, everything.
Eloy, have you met any people? But is this like when you were at the Nicaraguan restaurant? Did the people from Nicaragua kind of give you a funny look? Where are you getting this information from?
So look, I live in Miami, right?
I know, and it's quite a melting pot.
That's your answer. I grew. Not only do I go to the restaurants, but I'm also a member. No, I also grew up with a lot of these different people and cultures, and I can tell you that there's clash of civilization. I'm telling you, man, there's a clash, and it doesn't mean that it's 100%, but there's an issue. There's an issue, is all I'm saying. So anyway, Americans are so, it's such a big, if you take America and plop it on top of Europe map wise, it's huge, and the population, so the diversity just in this, even though it's one country, it's incredibly intricate, and maybe some people in foreign lands don't take that into account, because people like to sort of like round up an idea and categorize people. It just makes it easier. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the danger comes in, when you start seeing people as a whole group as opposed to an individual.
Yeah,
So
but when I say I'm from a small town, you categorize me.
Yeah, but we're in America.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but do you understand what I mean by we're in America?
I think so.
What do I mean by we're in America?
We're a diverse group of people.
Wrong. No, I don't really know what I mean.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Good, I'm glad. That's a running theme right now.
When Amanda and I went to Rome, we found out that if we went to go eat at a restaurant, it was best if we didn't speak. Because if we didn't speak, we actually got served fast. We got nice seats in and out. But once we spoke, we got sat outside, and dinner was an hour wait easy.
Bull.
True story.
But what about your speak?
Talking?
But what about it? Was it like
American?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You can get away with saying chow chow.
Okay, now I'll take that from Rory, who was in Rome, getting screwed over by Romans.
Yeah, don't diminish what I'm. Okay, so don't diminish.
Oh, I'm not diminishing what you're saying. I'm just asking for some proof. That's all. Rory had a story to back it up. You had a hypothetical.
No, I gave you.
Yes, you did. Yes,
whatever, dude. If you're gonna discount what I'm saying, I grew up in a place. Look, I have an experience that you guys do not have at all. You guys live in little rural cottages in the outskirts of America.
You don't think that I caught flack being Italian American in a pool of a bunch of nons? Dude, I grew up just like that. People treated me like shit. I got called a wop and stuff like that just because of where I was from. It happens.
No. But I'm not talking about. Okay, that's one thing. But what do you have as far as diversity of cultural? You have Italians and non-Italians.
And then all the people from Jersey.
Dude.
Which
I'm talking about.
Dude, I live 2 hours from New York City. You don't think that's bled in? All those people coming into port for 100 years? You think it's just white people just falling over the horizon where I live?
Dude, we have Jews, Italians, Brazilians, Colombians, Nicaraguans, Hondurans, Guatemalans, Venezuelans. There's more, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot of freaking people. But
what the point I'm making is you've encountered all of these people in America.
Dude, the point is that these people aren't people that were born here. They're actually coming here. They're the epitome of like imported brand spanking new throughout the years, and you're getting to see the cultural pushback as they enter schools, businesses, day-to-day activity, and you see the clash, is all I'm saying. Big time.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that what Rory said works with what I've been saying. If you try to order pizza in frickin' Italy and you speak American, you're going to be sort of, this guy's a warmonger. They're going to think all the things and put it all on you when you're just a guy that happens to be part of a larger culture that's very dynamic and broad, but people think in categories. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Bale shouldn't go to Egypt. Is that the point we're trying to make?
No, I'm saying that it's going to be interesting when he comes back.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Like I said,
I don't have to deal with any of this crap because
there's a road. There's a road from the airport to the pyramids.
Yeah, it's all inclusive. I'm at 5-star hotels and a cruise ship, and all the meals
they
are already set.
They want no part of letting someone knock off an American because their whole income is based on people coming to look at those pyramids. Dude, so I realize that people get killed all the time, but that's not what they want. That's not what the people in that town want. That's all tourist driven.
Dude, okay. I grant you that. I'm not going to argue that because that makes total sense. What I'm saying is that Bales just said it. He's going to be shuttled from the airplane to the pyramid into the 5-star hotel and this and that. What is the experience then? The true journey would be a frickin' little...
The true journey would be to watch it on YouTube from your house.
No.
Ooh.
The true journey would be Bales flies there in a Cessna with one busted engine.
It would be even better if he repelled somehow.
Ends up in a village and rents a tent with a lady feeding him like little strange colored eggs from some sort of animal.
Maybe you have the hook shot back like Bale's Batman did in that one where he sent out the thing and the plane came and caught the hook. Remember that? When he was in Japan?
Because you know what's happening with the Bales thing? A 5-star hotel, they're just transporting America to wherever. So yeah, hey, I'm going to Alaska. Yep,
that's what I'm saying. A lot of Egyptians employed at that hotel.
I didn't mean Alaska. I mean Antarctica. I'm going to Antarctica, and they have a fight, and with pools, and and palm trees and stuff.
Right by the ice wall.
Yeah, so they import American standards, which I like. I appreciate greatly.
That's hilarious. Where are you staying? We're staying at the Dangles Resort at the ice wall. Okay, that's where we're putting it. First location at the ice wall. Write it down. I'm writing it down.
Rory, question for you.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why? If you can expand on...
Ciao.
Can you expand on why you were not treated quickly and
I was socially ostracized and with slow service and bad wine?
Yeah, why? Why do you think?
I think it was politics.
He's also in Rome, which is, different.
It is full of tourists, and you can see the foreign ones are the fat ones, as most of the natives were pretty small, short-legged, fast people.
Yeah, got to keep moving around.
Yeah, I mean, and these little streets, and that was the other thing, the way the town was laid out, most of the roads did not continue. As soon as they intersected, the other side of the intersection was a different name of a different road.
Oh, sounds like Boston.
I'm sorry, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I'm just going to throw this out there. I think America, by far, is ideal. Where else? 24 hours. Can you find a Walmart? Maybe 2. Few burger joints.
Canada.
Okay, we'll throw in Canada as well. Fine. Spain. America and Canada.
Is there a Walmart in Spain?
I'm sure there's
Spain Mart.
There's cities all over.
If we keep going,
Anglesmart.
If we keep going down this route, we might end up having to add all the countries in the world to it.
El Corte Inglese.
Is that in Madrid?
I went to the Walmart when I was in Mexico. I went to the Walmart Cancun.
The Walmart Cancun?
Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff at the Mexican Walmart.
Ooh, like what?
The milk was not refrigerated and came in a box.
Ooh.
Came in a box.
Yeah, like almost like an oversized juice box, Rory.
Is that how like dehydrated milk starts?
How many straws came with it?
No, there was no straw because that's what I was saying to my wife. I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if it came with like a turbo big straw that was appropriately sized that I could like puncture the top with? That would be so much fun. What else? A lot of like the juice and stuff was boxed. A lot of the things in America that we have in plastic, they have in like those oversized juice box type containers.
Plastic sucks.
I'm just telling you what's different. I'm not saying I'm for or against big plastic. And they had like seafood, like you know how when you go to like the seafood department and they have like the seafood on ice, like maybe like some fresh stuff.
They had it on shit.
No. This was not like behind glass or like in the deli section or where like the prepared food was. Like you'd be walking down and there'd be like, oh, here are where this paper towels are, and then it'd be an end cap, and there'd be like octopus chilling on ice there, ready to like cook and eat. Like no bag around the like
With the bathroom
rascals up. It's just like, oh, what am I gonna do? Just grab these and put them in the cart,
Just like we buy apples.
right? But like I said, like we have all the prepared foods and stuff, like fresh stuff to take. It's all in one spot. Like these were end caps with no bag. So imagine getting to an end cap and be like, oh, apples. I just individually load these into my
So they had an end cap with squid
There was
falling
one,
over.
there was one with octopus. I got to the end of the aisle and there
Octopi.
was like I don't think that's true.
That's eight.
I think honestly I think that's not true.
Octopuses?
Yeah.
Octopussies?
When I went to
Octopus.
Mexico, we stopped at a supermarket. Well, actually, on our way back, we stopped at a supermarket, and I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna go into a Mexican supermarket. It was like a big supermarket, and
El Supermercado.
yeah, it was a in the middle of the desert, in between the mountains. There's a freaking supermarket there. It's like it looked like the Old West all around you, and then there's a supermarket. It's incredible, and you go inside, and like, I guess the doors didn't work or whatever, like, you know, the sliding doors. And I was walking around and I kept hearing like chirping, and I look up and like the the inside of the supermarket was full of little birds on the rafters up on the thing. It was quite an experience.
Sounds like Lowe's.
JFK Airport.
Oh, is it?
Went to Cozumel once. What I liked about Cozumel is that they have these little shops and these little shop owners, and if you had a beard, they'd be talking to you, calling you Mr. Whiskers.
Mr.
yeah.
Whiskers.
So you hear this, Mr. Whiskers.
Bull.
Come
yeah.
here, Mr. Whiskers. I want to show you something you have never seen before.
Yeah, they give you the double whistle, and then Yep.
And you go over there and you say, what is that? He says, the inside of my store.
Yep.
They're so creative.
They are.
Free tequila everywhere I went. I drank zero of it. I was like, you think I'm drinking out of your unmarked bottle, sir? I'm good. It's funny though, because like, you know, you'd buy weed from anybody, anywhere, and you wouldn't think twice about it. But someone trying to give you some tequila, you'd be like, no, what are you trying to poison me to death with your? No, I'm not drinking that.
What do you think I am?
What kind of animal do you? What kind of savage am I?
Oh, dude, there's a lot of people that do those vacation or world traveling channels, and I don't know if you guys have ever looked into those, but there's this one dude that really travels the world and on a budget, and he ended up in one of them in like Iran or something like that, one of those Middle Eastern countries. I think it was Iran, and he goes into a shop. And the guy at the shop, he's a businessman. He's just trying to do what, you know, to make ends meet and make a buck. And he was really heavy on telling Americans that we are not terrorists. He was just being.
Oh, I've seen that episode. That was a No Reservations, I think.
I'm not sure if that was, but that sounds like.
No, I know what you're talking about, though. No, it wasn't. It was something else, but they were trying to talk to like the guy that owned the shop the whole time, and then the other guy who was like worked for the newspaper, was trying to like take it over the whole time. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, so the takeaway.
You know what it was? It was Eddie Wong. It was Wong's World.
No, this guy wasn't Chinese.
Wong's World.
No, he's an American guy, but he's
not Asian. The guy that I was the guy that I'm talking about is a white dude.
Okay.
Or is yours Asian?
The guy I'm talking about is Eddie Wong, and I'm almost positive that we're talking about the same thing from the way you described it.
Wong, like Wong?
Yeah, Eddie Wong, Asian cat.
Oh, okay.
Fresh off the boat.
Okay, so mine is an Asian. The one that I'm talking about. But whatever. So the takeaway...
Right?
Yeah, well, the point is that the guy is just a business guy. He just happens to be in a region that has some sort of history, and he's trying to make a point like, hey, Americans, come over here and stuff. And at the end of the day, people are people all across the world. There's misunderstanding from region to region. But since you're from a particular region, you kind of know the lay of the land, and you're kind of like in your, inside your fishbowl and going out. Most people aren't going to be evil. I tend to believe that most people will not be evil and this and that, but there is a contingency out there that because you're from a certain area, you will be at the very least treated badly, and at the very worst, skinned alive in some sort of basement.
Yeah, you'll end up thrown in the donut fryer at the Cairo Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
you have to get one donut, Bales, just to try it
from Dunkin's.
Yeah, and here's what I would like you to do. I want you to get a glazed donut from the Dunkin' in Cairo, and then I want you to take a picture of the pyramid in the hole of the donut from far away.
Oh shoot, that's awesome, dude! If you could do that, Bales, that will solve all issues.
Hashtag America.
Hashtag donut hole pyramid.
Hashtag donut hole pyramid. Hashtag America.
Hashtag pyramid for scale.
Hashtag Cairo runs on Dunkin'.
Oh, that's great, man. I think that's just freaking brilliant, dude. Do that, Bales, please.
Hashtag breakfast of the kings.
That's terrible.
Will you do it, Bales?
Probably not.
Hashtag they didn't have any more sprinkles.
Hashtag bam, 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 bam.
When you're there, you need to smoke a hookah.
Smoke a hookah?
I don't smoke.
You need to just smoke a hookah.
Nope.
Just put your lips around it.
And blow.
Are you afraid you're going to get addicted?
Yeah.
He was clean until he went to Egypt.
So have you ever smoked cigarettes, Bales?
Yep.
Were you like a smoker?
No.
You're just like a school kid?
Well, that's good for you. You said you had a really addictive personality. Usually, if you get like that and you get one cigarette in your hand, it's just like, yes.
No,
this is what has been missing from my hand this entire time was this lit.
I'd light up a stogie, a smoke, if I was drinking when I was younger.
Gotcha.
And then for a while, I had a neighbor that used to live around here that was he was into cigars and scotch.
Ooh.
So he'd sit on his porch and, smoke a cigar. But I get so antsy. 30-minute or 60-minute cigars. I'm like, I can't do this for 60 minutes. Christ.
Wasn't his hand on your lap or anything?
Oh, well, maybe. Inner thigh.
Inner thigh.
His hands were both on my shoulders. I didn't quite get it.
Yeah.
Rory, do you have any of those what if scenarios and stuff that you always have something for us?
I just happen to have it loaded up. That
is a hyper. What would we call it? A hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Yeah, because I think that you're always too polite to just hit us with it, and I was wondering if you can rescue us from from going into a spiral.
Some of these are all too serious.
Whatever, man. Change the trajectory. Do what you so choose. There's no wrong question.
What if the only reason, Eloy, we can't walk through mirrors is because our reflection is blocking us?
That'd be trippy.
How would you beat your reflection?
You can't. Turn off the lights.
They have a hypothetical statement after this. If you spend enough time convincing your reflection, will he eventually let you in?
Well, would he be an opposite of you?
I think so.
That would not be you then.
Well, yeah, that's why they're making this a separate character.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's like Bizarro World.
Yeah, I don't like it. Pass.
Yeah.
Well, Bizarro World is like from the Superman. Remember Bizarro?
Bizarro Superman?
Yeah.
Was he in Jaws?
No.
Okay.
Dude, seriously, you need to fix that. I don't want to be a jerk about it, but
Yeah, just go watch the movie. dude.
From what I know about you, like Mr. Quint, hardened old man, like cares not about what other people think.
Just
I'm gonna swear again, but zero fucks given by this guy.
Just sit and watch it, man. Come on.
It holds up. Like I said, a couple janky shots of the shark, but it's tasty.
Bruce.
What else we got?
These are stupid, man.
That's perfect for us.
Yeah, but going back to what Rory was saying before, my in-laws went to Rome, to Italy. They did the bunch of different places while they were there, and they said the same thing about Rome, that it was just there's too many people, and the vibration of it wasn't good. It was just like you get in some touristy places and like their people are like really happy to have you, but like the Romans really aren't. They're like, we could be fine if you never showed up again.
Right.
Like, we're here because everything here is awesome. We got that. That's why we moved here. Go away.
It was like the best days that we went were the days we had no plan. So we just basically would go get lost and then try to figure our way back.
Yeah. They went on their Colosseum tour, and I guess it was like a rainy day, and they said that was the best day they had.
Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, okay.
Because it kept people kind of everything to a dull roar. So it wasn't as busy. But they said in other spots in Italy it wasn't like that. It's very hospitable.
Here's another question, Bales. If gravity was slowly disappearing, how would you find a solution?
Maybe that's why we're losing weight, Bales.
I'm not losing it fast enough.
Slowly disappearing.
Maybe I don't want a solution.
Be like, just slowly.
I'm fine with anti-gravity.
I'd definitely wait until I could dunk a basketball at least once.
Jesus. You'd have perky tits, Bales.
Ooh.
I still do.
Whoa.
Yeah. Go back to wearing a training bra.
I don't have saggy boobs.
Oh, that was the best comeback ever. I don't have saggy boobs. For the record, I don't want that going around the internet about me and my saggy boobs. So
They're firm. They're holding solid in their place.
Anti-gravity. He uses oil of Voulet.
Hit us with it, Rory.
Man, these are just. I gotta find
Terrible. These are terrible.
These are terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you guys with a conundrum that you've probably heard of before. You've heard of these moral tests, and probably so you're standing at a train. I was gonna say taint track.
At a taint.
How did I get here?
Little Freudian slip, eh?
Oh, wow.
You're click left or right? I forget.
So you're standing at Bale's taint. Wait, what? I mean train station.
So you're standing at Bales's taint. What do you do next? No. So you're standing at a train station or a railroad track. Okay, and there's
like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, wherever, it doesn't matter. And there's a division. The tracks they fork. You have one train that's coming full of people, but the tracks are going to end and it's going to crash. On the other track that it divides to, you have one guy standing there. He's stuck. You're too far away to help him or anything, but you're standing right next to the lever that you can reroute the train. You can do one of two things. The train's going to end up crashing, or you can divert the train to get onto the next rail so that it continues, but it'll kill the guy on the track. You have that choice. Do
I know if there's people on the train?
Yes, there's people on the train, and they'll die.
Yeah, that dude's done.
Well, is a dude like a young dude? Is he an old dude?
Is he American? Because I have a problem with that.
So, are you saying that there's a difference if he was young or old?
Is he like Nikola Tesla smart, or is he a garbage man?
He is a bug on the windshield of that train if I have access to that lever.
So, Doc, you're saying that it matters not.
The needs of the many out the needs of the few.
So you would. And how would you feel about you could sit there and do nothing and let the people die in the train, or you would definitely grab that lever and divert it and kill the one guy.
Yes. And save the train full of people.
Okay, same question, same scenario, but on one track you have a kid, and on the other track you have 4 adult strangers.
So you were bringing that up before with my sort of test, and you said, are they young, are they old, and why would that? Does that matter?
Does it?
Yeah, I have children. 4 bugs on the windshield of that train.
Okay. Well, I get what you're.
What if that child was Adolf Hitler?
Then he would have a little mustache when I left him alive.
Well, what if the 4 kids were stuck on the track, and the diverting and the train was full of people that were older than them?
You know what? I would play this game at that point. I don't know. There's a lot of decisions to make quick.
Well, no, but see here, come on. There's an exercise here, and that's to see. So the need.
Well, yeah, but I keep giving answers, and they just keep getting more ridiculous. It's like, but what if there was 6 kids? It's like I can't. At this point, I've lost my moral ability to like. If there's 4 kids, and I see the 4 kids, and I don't know how many people are on the train, I'd probably divert it. But at the same time, like, are we talking about a catastrophic train crash in front of me?
Yeah, they're all going to die. See, that's the whole thing. So for you, you're placing value in the younger than the older, and then you're also placing value in more people.
I'm placing more in quantity. I'm not saying I'm placing any more value on a child's life. I'm saying that I would be more emotionally construed to protect the child.
Conflicted.
Yeah, very. Like I said, I have kids. I coach sports. I know for a fact that I would be like, oh shit, kids.
And how about you, Rory and Bales? Because Rory did say that are they young or old? So that seems to matter to some degree, or does it?
Yeah,
for you,
got an old man there versus a young kid. He's lived his life. See you later, buddy.
Yeah, if we were Inuits, we would put you out on the ice to see if it was too thin to walk on.
So what would you do then? You've got a regular person. Let's say they're all the same age, roughly. One guy's stuck in the track. You could divert it. The other train, it's full of people. Hundreds of people will die.
Yeah, that guy's gone.
Okay. So that's, yeah, I see what you're, and how about you, Bales?
Kill all the people.
So you just go the other. So you'd rather save the one guy.
Yep.
He wants to do as much damage as possible.
We have too many. We're overpopulated.
Bales is fixing things one non-pulled lever at a time.
Okay, so now let me switch it up. Last part of this exercise. What if the person stuck on the tracks is someone that you know and care for?
Like how do I care for them?
Yeah. Like they're close to you. It could be family. It could be.
They're my bra. Yes.
Do they owe me money?
Not necessarily.
Do they give me sexual favors?
It could be a loved one. Whatever that entices you.
Kill them.
Okay. So Bales says divert end their life so that all the other ones can live.
Kill the many.
Oh, kill the many and save the family member.
I mean, if those are my choices, yes.
Okay.
Kill the many.
Rory?
Now, there's difference between family and people that I care for and love about. Are we talking about family or care about?
Let's go to the extreme. Let's say family.
Family, yeah, they're gone.
Who's gone?
Family.
The family's gone and the train survives?
Yep.
Okay. But it would be different if it were people that you care about?
I don't know. There's a lot of fishes in the sea.
Okay. All right. And Doc?
We already answered. I was the first one.
He's saving all the people and he's saving the kid.
Yeah.
America.
So you'd save your family member first, is what you're saying?
I want 2 trains. I want to take all these fuckers out. Oops.
Whatever.
So are you guys watching Game of Thrones?
Yep.
It's not cool to say, but no, I don't.
But what?
I've never seen an episode.
It's really slow this season, and they only have 4 more, so they better hurry the hell up.
But somehow, all of a sudden, the internet has made me the asshole for not having seen it.
Well,
if I tell people,
asshole.
well, yeah, but there's a whole other bunch of reasons.
It's really good, but you don't like medieval stuff.
I do. I enjoy the Lords of the Rings and
the Lords of the Ring.
Lords of the Rings.
The Lords of the Rings.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Lords of the Rings.
Yeah, Lords of the Rings. It's something, and it's not like Italian or whatever, but the people from Rosetta, the people, whatever, they do that in their English. And I don't know if it was like the carryover from Italian, but they made everything plural. Like you wouldn't say I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to the Walmarts. Like I throw the in the sentence a lot, and people think I'm being like folksy and old timey, but that's kind of how people talk around here.
To this day?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like they still put and it kind of stops with my age, and people my age kind of do it because our grandparents did it, and I try not to like overpronounce words or make it be, because it feels hacky to me. I feel like I'm trying too hard, when you try to do stuff like that, but it's definitely a thing.
It's funny. I don't hear any perceived accents from any of you guys. I don't hear, like, you're supposed to be, like, Bales should actually be complete, because, like, just, out in the middle of nowhere, and yet I hear no accent. Rory as well. There's nothing. I mean, Bales should be talking woke up and there's corn in my bum hole. There's none of that.
I got I have a Midwestern accent.
Yeah.
You don't. There's nothing.
Yeah, a little bit. When you compare it to all the Boston people here, I definitely do.
You just sound like standardized American. You don't have a
If I drink a lot, I start putting on a drawl.
You actually have a drawl?
If I drink enough, I do.
You don't do the extended O, do you?
You mean the O face?
No. The O, when you're talking, that Midwestern long drawn O.
No.
Oh, did you hear him?
No, he's not drunk either.
Yeah, there's no perceived thing. So you're trying to tell me that you've actually adapted your speech patterns naturally or on purpose?
What do you mean?
Like when you grew up, you were like, "Mama, I'm going out to play in the cornfield."
I never talked like that. No.
Auntie M.
But if you were here in my neck of the woods, people say I have an accent.
Bales, why don't you name all the ethnicities of people that live in Boston?
It's too many.
There's a port there too, Eloy. I'm sure they have quite a melting pot.
Yeah. I'm not saying that Miami is the only one,
but I pronounce all my R's and stuff. So
man, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure in a room full of Bostonians, man, you stick out like something that really sticks out.
Yeah, because I enunciate.
Yeah, I was listening to somebody talk about. Oh shit! I can't even remember the subject matter, but it was you look things up on YouTube and you listen to like 3 or 4 guys talk about it, and then if they all say the same thing, maybe you get a running theme that this is what's up. The one guy had it hard, the hard Boston accent. He was so hard to understand.
Hard.
How many times are you gonna say hard? He was hard this. He was hard that. He was
wicked hard kid.
Wicked hard kid.
Hard pisser.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, they say the regional thing. it changes, linguistic. There's subtle sort of, but in general, is there a standard just all around? Because I kind of hear that from you guys. I don't hear a difference between Rory, Bales, or Doc at all. Even Ryan, and he's still in the corn patches, and I can't hear a freaking difference between any of them.
Ryan's was more about what he said. Like, he didn't call soda, he called it pop.
Yeah, it is pop.
Yeah. No, it's
whatever. To me, it's regional. I don't care what you call it. I think that what you're talking about, Eloy, though, is why you get English actors that play Americans in a lot of movies, because they have a non-regional dialect of speaking American.
Yeah, Eloy.
Yeah.
You say lightning bugs or fireflies?
Fireflies.
What?
Yeah, I'm a lightning bug guy.
Lightning bug.
Yeah,
Garage sale or
Yeah,
yard?
I think that's a southern thing. Fireflies.
Yard what?
Garage sale or yard sale?
Garage
Yard
sale.
sale. What?
Garage.
Yard sale.
I think we have both around here.
We have both, man, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I see garage sale and yard sale all the time.
Yeah.
How about you guys or y'all?
Oh, I live in a use guys.
You guys. We say you guys. We don't say y'all.
A garbage can, trash can.
Trash receptacle. No.
Trash. I think trash can. What was it? What was the first one? Trash what? Garbage can?
Garbage can, trash can.
Trash can. Trash can.
Both.
Both.
Both? A drinking fountain or water fountain?
Water fountain.
Water fountain.
How many syllables in the word caramel?
3.
2.
1.
No, 2.
Because he says caramel.
Yeah,
Those are mostly
Caramel.
different phrases from where you're from.
Yeah, caramel.
So all other alternatives to garage sale, rummage sale, tag sale,
Tag sale.
soda, pop, or Coke.
Yeah, people do the Coke thing. They drink Coke no matter what it is.
Soda.
South.
Semi-truck, 18-wheeler, or tractor-trailer.
Semi.
Tractor
Yeah, I say
trailer.
semi.
Tractor trailer.
Or rig.
Rig, yeah.
Rig is common.
Then they have drinking fountain, water fountain, and then there's a small
Bubbler.
graphic of bubbler.
Bubbler.
No.
That's
it's
just so pretty.
blah.
Bubbler.
Freaking bubbler, kid.
Put your lips on that wicked bubbler.
Gotta get a drink, son.
Yeah, but you see, regardless of what those differeces, it's not so outrageously different that it's like somebody says, "Hey, I'd like a pop." It's not like I have to search the thesaurus and look through the frickin' to find out what it means. It's like, oh, okay, a pop. This guy says it a little different,
You say lightning bug, I have to pause a little bit because we say firefly.
Right.
I said firefly.
I'm just saying, for example, for me, if someone says lightning bug, I have to stop for a second.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right about that. Lightning bug. Yeah. But it's not that big of a difference, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think that's good.
Scratch